All right, so we're going to look at a real basic triangle from the closed guard. And just before we get started, this is just a drill so you guys can practice the mechanics of what the triangle involves. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look for double wrist control here. Okay, not the sleeves in this instance. So we're going here for the actual wrist. Okay, now I'm going to put my foot in the hip, much like we did for the arm bar. Okay, I like to pull my hips in and get them to me just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put my foot in the hip so I can lift. Okay, I'm going to lift my hips and I'm going to push this arm to the chest. Okay, so I push this arm to the chest, I lift my hips high to the ceiling, and I beat the arm that I just pushed through. Okay, once we get here, I lock my ankles and pull him in and control the head. Okay, this is referred to as the trap triangle. And it's my opinion that one of the many reasons that people fail with the triangle is because they try to lock it up too early while we're still nose to nose. The beauty of the trap triangle is that it gives us options. If he stacks us, it gives us options to further attack. And it also gives us the opportunity to win this battle of posture that often determines who wins the triangle. Okay, so I'm here controlling my posture. I grab my knee, grab my partner's head, and now I'm able to make the angle. Okay, I need to continue to have a trap because if I just put my foot in the hip, Reed will sit up and I have no connection. Okay, so now in order to use my foot in the hip to make the angle, I must grab my shin. So I'm going with my left hand to my right shin, which is beating the right leg is over his shoulder here. So now this allows me to safely put my foot in the hip here, much like we did the arm bar. If you watch the arm bar videos, I'm just going to make that the same angle. Okay, I like to make a connection to the arm here for an underhook as I pull myself around the corner. But real quickly, I want to talk about the importance of the shape of my leg. Right now, my leg is an angle going down from his knee to towards his far hip. And as I make my angle, I want to pull this across like a bar across his neck. It's also important I'll exaggerate this here. I have really short legs, so I don't have to worry about this much. But some of you taller folks will have this big gap here. Okay, and as we turn, I'm going to kick my foot to the wall to take away that space. Watch this, I'll do it slowly, like that. Okay, oftentimes people with long legs will make this angle and still have that gap. So there's one part of Reed's neck that's not being closed tightly. Okay, like I said, I have short legs, so I don't really have to worry about that as much. Okay, so as I turn, I underhook the arm to pull myself around the corner, and I kick my leg this way, taking that space away, and I make a bar across the back of his neck. Okay, I'm going to loosen up real quick so Reed doesn't go to sleep, but I want to show that for a proper triangle, I want his shoulder outside of the triangle. So I should really only be able to see from here down and the top of his head. And I do that by using the inside of this leg. Notice that my feet are facing opposite directions, and this is not ideal for the triangle finish. I want to have my feet facing the same way like I'm pedaling a bicycle. Okay, so as I make my angle, I'm letting go of this so you can see, but I'm going to take my opposite leg and I'm going to start pushing his shoulder out. You see how I do that? And I'm also riding my hips here. I'm moving them out as I do this. Now, if you look at the direction that my feet are pointing, it's like the same direction, you see? So now I would be holding this. I hammer down and I pull his head to me and lock up, and it's nice and tight, okay? So one more time. We're here. I control the wrist. My foot goes in the hip. I push, lift my hips, and pull them down. Controlling my posture, my partner's posture. Right, his head, I pull it down, I grab the shin. Foot in the hip, unhook the arm, and now I start moving his shoulder out as I pull down and lock up. Okay? So this is a real basic triangle. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please understand that it's going to be rare that you're going to get a good player and just like push one hand in. But I wanted to make a video in hopes of like making some connection to people who are just beginning jiu-jitsu so you can understand the mechanics of the triangle and what makes the thing go, okay? And then in a further video, I'm going to start to show how I mix or link together, chain together like X choke, armbar triangle. So if you're interested in that, click right here and we'll see you there.